Juliet Sierra Lima.
Okay, Juliet Sierra Lima. Go ahead.
Good morning. This is KB9JSL. Clarence, Dunreese, Indiana. We got 21 degrees this morning. 21 on one thermometer and 19.6 on the other. I don't know. Anyway, not too much going on here. Just got up and flipped the radio on. Heard you in there. Thought we'd give you a call.
I'm glad you did, Clarence. You're sounding good this morning. I've got you good sound with 5.9 so far. Band is up and down a bit, but I had good copy on you beating out at 5.9. And our temperature here is 31. It's actually dropping a bit. It's still going down from the overnight. We haven't quite hit our low for the day yet, I guess. But we'll see what happens. Yesterday at this time of the morning, it was -1. So it's a big change since yesterday. Tomorrow we're going to be up in the 30s again. And then Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday, the bottom's going to drop out.
Heck, QSL there. It just popped up here. Partly sunny today. High of 29 that says here. And we got a cold weather advisory for the next couple days.
Yeah. We haven't got the cold weather advisory yet, but that's coming in on Saturday night through Sunday. We're going to be in the right around 0 for the low temperature overnight for the next 8-10 days, and high temperature is only going to be in the upper teens, low 20s. And it all depends on what that storm is going to do. It's coming across the south right now. If it catches the jet stream and swings up where they are expecting it to go, we could have a significant snow. If it stays further south, we're just going to get a moderate snow.
Hey, QSL. Well, we're going to go put the coffee water on. Thanks for picking me up. Have a great rest of the week here. Thanks for running the net. 73, Kilo Bravo 9, Juliet Sierra Lima, 9106 on the roster, 73.
73 current. Storm's still going across the south, and they're going to get freezing rain and a lot of problems down that way. But if it swings up to the north, that's what I'm going to have to watch out for. If it stays to the south, it's going to go out to the it won't pop in here. Thanks for taking a look at it, Clarence. Always a pleasure to hear from you. I'm Clarence Field, number 9, Juliet Sierra Lima. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. This is East Coast Radio Service, standing by for checking. I had to send my Pro 7 headset back to Isle for some repairs. I think I better broke the ground wire in the microphone section, and it's something I can't fix, so it's on its way out to Ohio. It should get to them out in Illinois tomorrow. Then hopefully I'll get it back pretty quickly. I'm using my old Ohio 7 headset, which it's Pro 7, I think is what they called it. It's not as good, and my microphone's not the same, and you probably noticed some difference in my signal, in my audio. I'm sorry about that, but I'm doing the best I can. I wanted to have that concern on today. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service on 7.2 classified megahertz. All amateurs are welcome with your appropriate license/support, and I am standing by for check. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, standing by to check.
Kilo Charlie 1, Mike Tango Mike.
Kilo Charlie 1, Mike Tango Mike. Good luck, Senor. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. You're coming in here pretty well, too. Completely blanking out the noise. Not as high as normal, but you're about a 5.7, 5.8 right now, over.
Roger that. I've got you about the same, 5.7, 5.8. Good to hear from you this morning. How's the weather up that way?
Well, it was 27 when I came downstairs, but now it's 25. We're going the wrong way. At the moment, it looks like we have a blue sky, at least in the north. When I see clouds to the east, though, and the sun is up, but it's not really shining over here yet. So I think the cloud bank to the east is blocking us, but so far it looks like a good day. Over.
No, Roger, I've got partly cloudy, scattered snow flurries. Temperature right now is 31. It's gone down yet. It was up around 34 at about 6:30 this morning, but it's been tailing off during the day so far, Joe. You sounding good, though. You're a good 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, you're good and clear this morning. And you know, for the first time, we didn't get snow overnight. So I'm surprised, but not unhappily. Over.
Oh, roger that. Well, depending on the storm track that's coming across the south, you could see quite a bit. They're calling for a lot of snow along the coast, but it's really too early to call it yet. I don't know. These weather forecasters on services like AccuWeather and Fox Weather and Weather Channel, they get paid to have you keep listening to it, so they're always predicting disaster. And the National Weather Service says I might get about 6 inches, and I'm thinking maybe 6 to 10, but it all depends on what the track of that storm does.
Well, my January 25th forecast says 10 inches, which is down from 25 about 4 days ago. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I suppose anywhere in that area is expected. Over.
Well, if it follows the jet stream, it's going to come across southeastern Pennsylvania and northern Maryland, and then swing up along the coast. So we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, it is way too early for them to be making these predictions yet, because the other forecast says if the jet swings to the south, it's going to go straight across North Carolina, South Carolina, and head on out to sea, in which case we probably won't get anything. So the doom and gloom people are around today.
Well, given that this is New England, I would doubt that we won't get anything, but whatever it is, you know, it's winter. This is expected behavior. Over.
No, roger that. That's the way I feel about it too. I'm in northeastern Pennsylvania, and up here we have 4 seasons. And in the winter it gets cold and there's snow, and for the last maybe 7 to 8 years, we've been lucky. We've only got just a light snow during the winter, but we're overdue for an old-fashioned one where it comes down in feet, and possibly with the track of the storm, it could do that.
Yeah, as you said, the jet stream is really the key issue here. So I'll have the wood rack full and we'll be ready, whatever happens, I reckon. George, it was good talking to you. Have a great day. 7-3. KC1 Mike Tango, Mike Clear.
In this morning. Have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Clear with KC1 Mike Tango, Mike. This is Whiskey 3 Gump Whiskey Mike with the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, standing by for check-ins.
Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November.
K3 Delta Oscar November. Good morning.
Yeah, Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November. Good morning, George. Mike, East Coast number is 3022. We got 37 degrees going up to 46 today, so I guess it's going to be a pretty good day considering what's coming up. But in the future, so anyway, we got snow on the ground and it ain't going away anytime soon. I don't see any temperature getting warm enough. The weekend's going to be brutal. It's only supposed to be 16 degrees Saturday and Sunday, so we'll see how that works out. But anyway, George, you sound good down here. I got you 5'9", no trouble at all. And you sound good down here in Lancaster. Back to you.
I've got you 5'9" also, Don. Real nice signal. And it all depends on what the track of that storm is. We're going to be up to around 37 Saturday morning, and then dropping down to about 6 on Saturday night. Sunday's high is only going to be in the low 20s. The snow up here is supposed to begin on Saturday night and continue right on through till Monday. But it all depends on the track of the storm. Some of the computers say the jet stream is going to swing up to the north and bring the storm right across southeastern Pennsylvania and northern Maryland, where we could get a whole lot of snow. And if one of the other forecasts computer models says it's going to go just about straight east out to sea, in which case you're going to get a lot of freezing rain down south, and we're not going to get as much snow up here. I'm saying maybe 6 to 10 inches right now. The high forecast is coming from Fox Weather, and they're saying we're going to get about 12 to 18 inches, which I really doubt that. They're always on the high side. National Weather Service says 3 to 6, so we're going to have to wait and see.
Hey, Roger, on that. Yeah, well, I don't need any of them kind of numbers. I walk with a walker and stuff, so when the weather's like this, I don't even get out of the house. I don't even slip and fall and stuff. Anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens. All we can do is it's up to Mother Nature or whatever comes, so we can't control it, so we just have to live with it. But you're right, the last couple of winters, I heard you say, the other guy there, we haven't had much snow at all around here, so I know the one winter, I think we had something making around like one time, and then it went away in about an hour later, so that was the only snow we had that winter. But anyway, we don't need a whole lot for me. I don't need it anymore. I drove tractor trailer for 30-some years, so I've been through all kinds of weather, and now I can sit home and watch it come down. Don't have to worry about it. So anyway, what are you gonna do? Anyway, George, you sound good, and hey, have a great day. Thanks for climbing up there in the chair and calling the net, and we'll catch up with you later, and hopefully you get a lot more check-ins. W3GWF, W3DON.
Well, I'm kind of surprised. I have not heard Radio China this morning, so the band is not what it normally is, but I'm kind of glad they're not there, or I wouldn't be able to hear anybody. The signals are a little bit off today, Don, but, well, you have that. And you're right, I'm retired now, so I don't have to go out in it, so it can do what it wants to do, and when it's over, we'll clean it up and go from there. I've got a guy that I pay to plow the driveway, and we've got a good snowblower that takes care of the rest, so we'll see what happens, Don. 73, take care. We'll look for you again. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow. W3, Delta Oscar November. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike, standing by for ECARS.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Italy, Quebec, Juliet.
Sound like you got a frog there. Don, how you doing? WB3IQJ from W3GWM. Having a little breathing problem this morning myself, Don.
Yeah, good morning, George. Well, I had this cough and I'm trying to get rid of it. So you just popped out of nowhere. I couldn't hear you up until about 3 minutes ago, and all of a sudden there you are. So just wanted to say good morning to you and make sure everything's good on top of the mountain. Sounds like it is. So just like I said, just wanted to stop in there and let you know everything's still good down here in the valley. Go ahead.
Roger that. Well, it's partly cloudy up here with some scattered snow showers, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad today. Temperature right now is back up to 32 again, so we're heading in the right direction, and want to enjoy this comparatively warm weather while we have it. Yesterday at 7 o'clock, we were at -1, and we didn't get up to above, well, the high yesterday during the daytime hours was 17, and then it started going up overnight, and now it's going to start going down again. Tomorrow, high in the 30s, and the overnight low is going to be down around 6, and then Sunday the high is going to be in the upper teens, but the low is going to be down below 0 for about the next 10 days.
Yeah, we're having some of that stuff
too, although yesterday was a pretty good day here. We started out at 4 and managed to make it up into the, 33, I think. And right now I'm looking at 34 degrees. So we're just going to have to wait and play it by ear. I know there's a lot of concern about church on Sunday morning. Are we going to have it? Aren't we going to have it? And it's one of those, like you said, you're just going to have to wait and see once what transpires. But I pretty much told the church people, look, if I can't get out my lane and to the highway, you guys are just going to have church without me. I'll make it when I get there, if I can get there. But so we'll do whatever we got to do, like you said. We've been down this road many, many times before. So, all right, George, I won't hold it. Just wanted to jump in there and say good morning to you. You have a blessed day, my friend, and we'll talk to you a little bit later, I'm sure. W3GWM, WB3IQJ. Take care, George.
Okay, Don. Well, when I was growing up, I was an altar boy, and I remember mornings, some Sunday mornings, traipsing through knee-high snow to get up to the Lutheran church. The pastor lived right next door. The parsonage was adjacent to the church, so I knew he was going to make it. So I got there so I could light the candles for him. And sometimes in the bad winter months, we might have only 5 or 6 parishioners out in the pews. Kind of sparse. His sermon got kind of short those days.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we had that last time. I think the one church I only had about 12 or 14 in. Now the other one was later service, and there I think we had around 50. So yeah, I'm familiar with the sparseness, and most of my people are like me. They're up there in their 70s, and so they don't want to stop and take the chance of breaking any bones. I understand that. So hey, you take care, my friend. WB3IQJ, back to you.
Roger that, Don. Well, our early service was at 7:30, and I was quite often the altar boy for that because I was the one that could get there the easiest. Then I stayed for Sunday school from 8:30 to 9:30 theoretically, but it usually ran a little longer. And then at 10 o'clock, our morning service started, and that's the one that usually drew a fairly good crowd. On Communion Sundays, everybody tried to hit the early service because there weren't as many people, and you got out faster. Midday service, sometimes that ran till after 12, because we'd have 200 to 300 people, and that took a long time to get all of them through communion.
Yeah, Roger, I've been down that road too. So, like I said, whether we just wait and see what the heck's going to happen, and we'll go play it by ear and go from that. So, okay, George, you take care, and I'll let you get some more check-ins there. But sure, it was nice talking with you this morning. It's good to hear you for a change. WB3IQJ, back to you, George.
Yeah, I think the band's starting to go short now, Don. I don't have a high noise level today, and I am not hearing the foreign broadcast, so that's a blessing in itself, Don. 73, we'll look for you again soon. We're with WB3I2J. This is W3GWM with the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, and I'm standing by for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere.
Yankee Juliet uniform, George.
Yankee Juliet uniform. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine and dandy, George. KA3YJU for ID. Here in Avis, I got 27 degrees. We got about a half an inch of snow last night, and over the weekend, Sunday, they were saying we might get it dumped on. So anyway, ticket to ride, George, is 30026. Hey, you sound good today, George. Thanks for getting me in there. God bless. Down along another day. We're clear.
I've got 259 this morning. Give me the prefix again. I was slow writing it down, and I got the YJU, but I can't remember your prefix. I should, but I don't.
Kilo Alpha 3, Yankee Juliet uniform for full call.
Okay, now I got it correct. Actually, I had written it down. Yeah, I got it right. KA3YJU. Charlie, you're sounding pretty good this morning. A good solid 5'9" from over in Avis, and nice to hear from you.
Yeah, thanks, George. You're sounding pretty good yourself this morning, so thanks for getting me in here. Down along another day.
Oh, roger that. Watch that weather this weekend. Depending on what the Gulfstream jet decides to do, we're going to have either a lot or a little. I hope it's a could be a little, be honest with you, but we're overdue for an old-fashioned winter, Charlie. 73. I'm clear with Kilo Alpha 3 Yankee Juliet uniform. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, doing business today without Radio China.
Kilowatt. Lima Delta Bravo.
Sierra. Okay, I've got a station starting with K, ending with Sierra, and Lima Delta Bravo. The station that was Kilo, and I missed the middle of it when Jim came in, but I got the Sierra on the end. You were actually first, so go ahead and give me your full call.
Kilowatt 2 Echo Yankee Sierra.
Okay, I've got you now. Kilowatt 2 Echo Yankee Sierra. How you doing this morning?
Well, not doing bad. Pretty nasty out here up in western New York right now, but snow's coming down, the wind's blowing pretty good, so I'm just going to stay in for a while and see what happens.
The wind's coming out of the southwest, so it's not bothering me too much. I'm getting scattered snow flurries, but I do see there's quite a bit of lake effect snow coming off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario through western New York, so you guys always get dumped on, though.
Yeah, we're getting it from Lake Ontario. I'm only about 12 miles from the lake, about a mile and a half, 2 miles from the Erie Canal, and about 40 miles east of Niagara Falls.
Well, about 7 years ago now, I guess it is, I used to live in near Grand Rapids, Michigan, and there was a stretch of highway down there that lake effect snow was about, it could be sunny and pleasant in downtown Grand Rapids where I worked, and until I got out home, I had to pass through a band of about 5 to 10 miles of blizzard conditions coming off of Lake Michigan. And earlier this week, the one stretch I went through had 100-car pileup out there.
Well, it could be the same thing here. We got a strip of snow belt. I can go 2 miles south, and it can be completely different. But, you know, it is what it is. When you live in this kind of area, that's what you got to get.
Roger, I went up to Algonquin Park up in Canada, in Ontario, one winter, just to get out in the wintertime and see the winter life in the park when nobody else was around. And when we came home, we hit that stretch on 81 where it really got nasty. We had to pull over and stop and wait for the plows to go by.
Oh, yeah. Well, they just had a big pile up towards Buffalo on the thruway. I think about 12 or 13 vehicles piled up, so it's a good place to stay away from today.
Yeah, well, I always had the rule of thumb, if I can't see past the front bumper, it's not a good time to be out on the road.
Yeah, well, I got the rule of thumb now since I'm mostly retired. It's just crappy out. I don't go out.
Hey, that's how I am, Terry. I stay in. I've been retired since 99 and loving it. And when it snows and gets nasty, I wait for it to stop. And my wife likes to get out and shovel and mess around in it while it's still coming down. I try to tell her to wait till it's over with. I think this one may have a potential of really dumping on us this time. So old-fashioned winter down here in the northeast, north central Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania, we're way overdue for a real old-fashioned winter.
Yeah, we haven't had one in a while. We just missed one storm. They called for 4 days of storm, bad weather, and we missed it. And we only got a dusting, so we got pretty lucky there. But this time, I don't know. Right now, the visibility is pretty bad. So I'll hang in here, play on the radio a little bit, and see what's going on. So I'll say 7-3 in case there's somebody else out there. Good chat with you, and thanks for being out there for us.
Oh, sure, Terry. I enjoy doing this. And I think this is going to be a radio weekend. I'm going to stay in, stay warm, and keep the radio on. 73 for now. We'll look for you again soon. Nice to hear you again. Last time we talked was back in October, so thank you for calling me this morning. Service Kilo 2 Echo Yankee Sierra. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike, and KE8LDB. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, George, and everybody else that may be within the sound of my voice. Paul here, Kilo Echo 8 almost. Yesterday, play held southern the highest performance north, where we have got 32 degrees, and looks like it's going to be a beautiful sunny day here. I'm just waiting to see what they got on the docket for all this snowstorm everybody's getting all upset about. Yeah, one thing for sure, it's like the old man told me one time at work, talking about that percentage of rain, 30%, 72%. Charlie just said, well, son, it's just 50%. It's either going to rain or it ain't over.
Oh, roger that. We got to remember those professional liars that forecast the weather on TV, they get paid to make you listen. So whenever there's a storm coming, they predict the end of the world. And it really all depends on the track of this storm. The computer says that, one computer model says the jet stream's going to pick it up and bring it across southeastern Pennsylvania and northern Maryland, in which case we could get up to 18 inches of snow. The other computer model says it's going to go straight across North and South Carolina and go on out to sea, in which case we might just get a dusting. Right now it's partly cloudy. We've got snow flurries in the area. We're 32, well, now we're 33 degrees. Temperature's going up.
Roger that, George, but these people that listen to all this, they don't realize that fluid dynamics is not an exact science, over.
Oh, roger that. There's all kinds of things that can make a change. I believe the southern states are going to get a fierce ice storm because they're not going to be quite as cold as we are up here when it starts anyhow. Then they're going to cool off quite a bit when the Arctic blast comes in. Not as much as we are. We're going down below zero with highs in the low teens, upper 20s for about the next, well, not even upper 20s, teens and low 20s for about the next 10 days, it looks like. So it's winter up here in northeastern Pennsylvania. This is what we expect. The new people up here that have moved out of the cities to get away from all of that, well, you know what, down in the cities, are going to be in for a shock. This is an old-time winter, and we haven't had one of those in about 10 years, so they're going to be shocked.
Roger on that. Anyway, George, I hope you're doing well up there on top of your mountain. And Don, keep us if you're still listening, good morning to you, sir. You and Miss Nancy. George, back to you. I'll be listening along. If you need any assistance, give me a holler. Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike. Kilo Echo 8, Lima Delta Bravo. Back to you, George.
Well, I am getting a lot of QSB this morning. Sometimes I can barely hear the signals, and then they come up. And right now I'm getting you about a 5.7. You were 5.4, 5.5, so you picked up a bit. Jerry was 5.9 finally from upstate New York. And it's hard to say where it's going to be, Jim, but I do appreciate the relays. You know that. 73 for now. I'm clear with Kilo Echo 8 Lima Delta Bravo. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service. Standing by for check-ins. This is ECARS.
Victor Echo 3, November Echo Juliet.
Up on the Great White North. Hello, Terry. VE3NEJ. W3GWM. Just had Jim on here, so figured you were about to.
Yeah, you're in here real good now. Plus 9, plus 10. I heard Jerry there, and I thought, oh, where's the old man on the mountain? But there you are. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing fine. Look at the band's changing. You're plus 10 also, Jerry. Real good signal. Partly foggy down here with snow flurries, and just not going to amount to much. Maybe an inch of snow with the flurries today. Western New York's getting quite a bit right now, and I'm watching the jet stream. It all depends what the jet stream does as to what I can expect this weekend.
Well, what do we got here? 21 degrees up here right now. Feels like 8. Windy and mainly cloudy. We do have some snows, but it says it's going to stop by about 10:30. So we'll see. We'll see, George. We'll see. It reminds me of the old Dissolution Boulevard, broken dreams or shattered dreams and broken promises. That's the weatherman for me. Over.
Roger that. Well, they never know what to. They're paid to make you keep listening to find out more. So they always want to predict the worst case, and then we end up getting hardly anything, and everybody's going crazy with it. This one could be different. This could be an old-fashioned blizzard coming through here. Our temperature's going to drop down to about 6 on Saturday night and only get up into the teens on Sunday for a high, and down below 0 on Sunday through about at least Wednesday. We're going to be right around 0 overnight and into teens, low 20s daytime. So this could be an old-fashioned winter, and if that jet stream, according to the computer, comes north like they're saying it's going to, I could get up to 18 inches, but I'm really looking, I think more optimistically, 6 to 10 inches. We're going to get some, but not that much. You know, I grew up with feet of snow back in the old days before whatever they're calling it, global warming or climate change or whatever it is kicked in. And we haven't had a real old-fashioned winter down here in a long time. Now this may be one.
And I think the last old-fashioned winter that I remember is 1978, 76, 78, somewhere back in that time frame.
Yeah, it was something like that. I was out and about then. I wasn't in this part of the country at that time, but my parents had a big one. They told me they had feet of snow that they had to shovel, about 78, 79, somewhere in there. I grew up down here in the 50s and 60s, and I can remember delivering papers going through drifts going around drifts that were over my head. You get the papers up on the people's porches. So I've seen bad and I've seen good, and recently it's been good. And the people that have moved up here, you get out of the cities, could be in for a shock. They haven't seen a real winter here in the Northeast Mountains for a long time now.
Well, I remember that one as we were bringing people in off the highway to 401, which is a major highway thoroughfare here. Bringing them into, I worked at a meat packing outfit, and we made bucket chicken, deep fried chicken, and patties and stuff like that. We were cooking chicken and putting it on plates instead of in boxes, and we were feeding all these people. We kept the plant running, because what else you do? We can't go anywhere. So as long as we had hydro, we were running. And everybody we brought in off the highway got fed chicken anyways. So something warm in their belly, and the coffee machines, the company unlocked it and made all the coffee free, which is kind of nice. And I stayed overnight. I slept in the factory in the boiler room that night because we couldn't go anywhere. The roads were closed. The hotel was closed, and I was sick. Man, was I sick. But I kept hugging them boilers, and I made it through the night. And I came home sicker than the dog. But anyways, everybody else having a great time down at the local hotel, and they closed it up, and here I am back in the factory half dead. I kept her going anyway. Okay, George, we'll talk to you soon. VE3NEJ.
Okay, Terry, good to hear from you this morning. 73, you have a great day today. I'm Claire with Victor Echo 3, November Echo Juliet. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey, Mike. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, standing by for check-ins.
Alpha 1, Sierra Hotel Charlie.
Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot X-Ray, Romeo.
November, Uniform 3, Quebec.
Okay, I picked up 3 of you. I got November Alpha 1, Sierra Foxtrot Romeo, or Kilo, I think that is. Can't read my writing already this morning. DE2 Foxtrot X-Ray Romeo, I've got you. And November Uniform 3, Quebec. Whiskey Alpha 3, India Sierra Kilo. Go ahead. Maybe I have the call sign all wrong. The Whiskey Alpha 1.
Whiskey Alpha 1, Sierra Hotel Charlie.
Boy, did I miss that one. My handwriting is getting worse every day, Dave. I can't believe it. Whiskey Alpha 1, Sierra Hotel Charlie. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike. You're sounding good. 5859.
Roger, George. Whiskey 3, go. And Mike, you sounding really good here, 5757 Connecticut. Temperature is about 32 degrees right now. It's warming up a little bit. Did have 3 inches of snow overnight. Cleared that off the driveway, and wait and see what the weather prognosticators are going to be talking about over the weekend. They can't seem to be making up their mind, and we'll probably find out Tuesday exactly what they forecast.
Well, it kind of all depends on the jet stream, and you're right. We'll find out on Tuesday or Wednesday what the forecast was. And right now, they're all around the ballpark. I've got anywhere from 3 to 5 inches up to 12 to 18. But it all depends on the jet stream. The computer model says, one computer model says that it's going to stream up to the north and bring the storm across Maryland and south central Pennsylvania, in which case I'll probably get a bunch because it'll bring the moisture in off of the ocean on top of some extremely cold weather that's moving in on us from up in Canada in the next couple of days. If it takes the other route that they're saying and goes through North and South Carolina, we might get a little bit, but the South is going to get a terrible ice storm.
That's okay. I'm going to let you continue with everybody else. I'll be listening for a while. U3 GWM, WA1SHC. Have a good day.
Okay, Dave. Thanks for checking in this morning. Nice to hear you again. 73 for now. We'll see you soon. For WA1 Sierra Hotel Charlie, this is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. Victor Echo 2 Foxtrot X-Ray Romeo. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Just a quick correction. It's Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot X-Ray Romeo. Peter from up in Ashton, Ontario. We're doing quite well. It's maybe, let me see, maybe 28 degrees out there, 29 degrees on the Fahrenheit scale. We got a little bit of snow overnight, maybe an inch and a half. Not too much, which is kind of nice. But they saying that this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there it's supposed to go into a deep freeze, and that's probably that cold weather you're saying is going to be making its way down your ways. So to mix probably with some of that warmer weather coming up from the Gulf, that's going to cause a whole bunch of havoc, to say the least. Anyway, we're doing well, can't complain. Working on the antenna a little bit, working on the radio a little bit, and just having some fun there on HF.
Roger that. Well, you're sounding good, Pete. I've got a good signal down here, 5859, consistently. QSB's not bothering you at all. And yeah, it all depends on the jet stream. We could get a little, we could get a lot. I don't know. We'll wait and see. They'll probably tell us on Tuesday what it was like on Monday.
Most probably, you're right. Yeah, no doubt. I could see that happening for sure. Oh yeah, well, hey, it is what it is. You just got to buckle down and prepare a little bit there for the weather that comes and do what needs to be done. So hey, it's all good. It's winter and we're used to that.
Roger that. Well, if I didn't like winter, I wouldn't live in the mountain country of Pennsylvania because we can get some really nasty weather, but I've always got a good supply of food on hand and nowhere to go that I have to go to. And if I do have an appointment or anything, I can always cancel it. Pete, you have a good day today. We'll look for you again soon. Nice to hear you today. I haven't talked with you since back in November. 73 Clear with Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot X-Ray Romeo. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike. November Uniform 3, Quebec. Good morning.
Good morning, George. NU3Q. All this talk about weather reminds me, I still remember the blizzard of 77 and 78 very well. Go ahead.
All right for that. Well, I remember the blizzards when I was a kid. That I have fond memories of having to walk out in the field to get on the lee side of the snowdrift when I was delivering papers and then circling back through waist-high snow to put the papers on the porches. And back then, the people expected the newspaper regardless of what the weather was like. And if I was late, they were calling the manager to tell them I wasn't there on time.
Oh, boy. That's crazy. But, yeah, as far as here out in Western PA, it's still up in the air yet, so I know they put a winter storm watch for now, but months are still conflicting yet, depending on the jet stream and the way thing moves. So go ahead.
Roger that. Same here. They're calling for anywhere from 3 to 6 to 12 to 18, and it all depends on the jet stream. If the jet stream comes north, we're going to get a lot. If it stays down and goes straight out to sea, we're going to get some, but not much.
Yep, same here in Pittsburgh. Hey, we'll get talking to you there, George. Take care, 73.
Yeah, these people that are forecasting it, they're way off because the storm hasn't made up its mind where it's going yet. And that's the whole thing. 73, Bob, nice to hear you this morning. Thanks for checking in. Clear with November Uniform 3, Quebec. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service on 7.255 megahertz. You don't have to remember to check in. We encourage all amateurs to join us with the appropriate license class, of course. And I'm standing by for check-ins. My call sign is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Kilo 2 Juliet.
Kilo 2 Juliet, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Name here is Jerry, QTH of South Amboy, New Jersey. And just got up a little while ago. I figured I'd get down here and say hello to the guys.
Well, I'm glad you did, Jerry. I haven't talked with you in, about a week now. I talked with you last Friday morning, so nice to hear you again today. And, right now it's partly cloudy here. We're getting scattered snow flurries, and our temperature's going up to 34 degrees now, so got to enjoy the warm weather before that polar vortex settles in.
Yeah, I hope we don't get that snowstorm that they're predicting. I have a tri-band antenna that I want to get up, and I can't do it on a roof with 6 inches of snow. It's something else. It's always something with this amateur stuff. I've only been a ham for 65 years, so that's all. Back to you.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but you know what they say, the antennas don't work unless you put them up when it's snowing and blowing and freezing cold outside.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, though. I'm short enough life left as it is. I want to be old. Oh, boy. But, yeah, it's kind of cold and damp here. No snow or anything yet, but they predict 13 to 15 inches on one station I was listening to. And I can't believe that. That's not going to happen.
Well, we're going to get some really bitter cold air settling down over all of us up this way over the weekend and into next week. But it really depends on the track of the storm. If it comes up this way, we're going to get a lot. If it stays down in the Carolinas, we're not going to get much. But we will get something out of it, I believe. But you know how that goes, Jerry. These people at the weather services, they get paid to make you listen to the station.
Yeah, that's true. Get everybody on edge and psych everybody up, sell those snow shovels and salt, and everybody's happy. AKA 2J.
Yeah, there's one clown on the internet that every time there's a storm coming, either in the summertime we're going to get F5 tornadoes coming through, and in the winter he predicts feet of snow every time any storm comes anywhere near us. And it never materializes, so I just ignore him. But I might get 10 inches if the track of the storm comes to the north. Weather Service on Fox Weather says I might get 18 inches, but I haven't seen 18 inches in years.
Yeah, last time I seen 18 inches was when I was a kid. It was waist deep. So we haven't had those. Even wintertime, the pond used to freeze over. The Waterworks pond downtown there used to freeze over solid. Everybody would be ice skating and stuff. I haven't seen that lake frozen in 65 years. I mean, it's unbelievable. Something's changing, but it's normal. It's normal change. It's not something that just happened. It's just normal stuff. Anyway, how is my audio and what kind of signal am I doing today? Over.
Vector 5758, Jerry. Good signal. Audio sounds fine to me, but I'm wearing not my best set of headphones. My good headphones are out for repair, so I'm using an older one that aren't quite as clear.
Yeah, Roger. Cool. Yeah, I adjusted everything. This is my first computerized radio, software-controlled radio, and I had to get used to all the settings and menus and whatever, and I was hoping I got my audio decent. I don't sound bad, or I just sound normal. I'm looking at my ALC, and I'm bouncing between the 7 and the 9 on peak, so doing good there. Nobody has complained about it, so I'm taking it. It sounds pretty decent. Over.
Oh, Roger. Well, there's no clipping and no distortion, so you're sounding good. I've got my ALC about the same. I'm thinking 9 to 10. I'm using a Kenwood TS480HX that has 200 watts when I'm on net control, but I also got a Yaesu FTX1 that I use, and I like it because it's got really good audio, but it's one of those software-defined radios, so it needs a lot of settings to go through to make it work. But I use it. I like it. I have fun playing with it. But the workhorse is the old TS480.
Oh, yeah. I remember the TS480. That's pretty good. My last week, before my house burned down 2 years ago, right, and I lost everything in 54 years of marriage or whatever. It certainly sucks. And all my AM equipment was damaged, water damaged or whatever, so I watched it being thrown away. I got paid for it all and everything, but still. But the ICOM 756, best radio I've ever owned. Intuitive, very nice. No menus or anything like that. And that thing served me well. Wish I had it back. Over.
Oh, Roger. Well, I've got a Swan 350 sitting on my bench here that I like to play with. I turn it on once in a while and go back to the old glory days of amateur radio when we had tubes and analog dials where you weren't really sure what frequency you're on, and all you did was try to tune close to the guy that you were talking to, and you considered that good, and you just read the dial and made an estimate of what you were doing. Nowadays, you can read it right out to the hundredth of a cycle, and I don't think that's really necessary, but they can do it, so they make it do it.
Yep, Roger. Okay, hey, listen, I'm going to run up and get myself a pork roll, egg, and cheese sandwich. That sounds good right about now. And another cup of coffee. I'll be back in a little while. Hey, it was great talking to you. I really appreciate it. You picking me up. Maybe you got some other guys waiting out there. Hopefully. So we'll be talking to you later. This is Kilo 2 Juliet. I'll be clear with you.
Okay, Terry. Well, it's a little bit slow this morning, so I've had more time to talk with people. I enjoy that. I've always been a right-sure. 73, have a good day, and hope the storm misses us. Clear with KK2J, this is Whiskey 3 Golf, Whiskey Mike. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, and I'm standing by for check-ins.
Bravo 2, India, November, Yankee.
Okay, Whiskey Bravo 2, India November Yankee. Go ahead.
Good morning. Name is John, and you know what? I can't read my ECARS number. This is great. I can't see it. Anyway, I was hoping to make a call here for Kilo Alpha 3 Tango Oscar Echo, or I'm sorry, Kilo Alpha 3 Tango Echo Oscar. Is he's on frequency, over?
He was on earlier this morning, right around 6:45 or so. Well, not 6:45, 7:45, somewhere in there anyhow. I did not hear him. He was mobile at the time, and
okay, I'll try to catch him. I know he's on his way to us. I'll check him a little bit later. Hey, thanks, guys. Have a good day. This is WB2INY 73.
Okay, well, he was on, but like I said, I didn't hear him. Jerry, N2CGN, relayed him in, and he was just pulling into his driveway, so I'm sure he's home now. But, John, thank you for checking in. I don't think I've ever worked you before, so you're in my logbook now. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I hope I'll see you again here on ECARS. You have a great day. I'm Claire with WB2, India November Yankee. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. This is ECARS. Kilo Alpha 3 Tango Echo Oscar, if you are on frequency and listening from your home station, WB2INY is looking for you. I believe Radio China's starting to come in. I hear something in the background now. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. It's been a pleasant morning because they haven't been here. And I'm taking check-ins. Not a whole long list today, but at least we're working. The short skip seems to be in. So anyone for ECARS, call Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. K8LDB, Jim, are you starting to hear Radio China now? He must have gone for coffee or I've lost him entirely. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike in northeastern Pennsylvania. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service.
The W3WGM, this is K3CWP.
Okay, I missed part of your call sign. Was it K3 Tango Mike Zulu?
Sorry about that, George. K3CWP. Helps if I turn the power up.
Oh, that really helps. K3CWP. Good morning, Carmine. How you doing today?
Well, good morning, George. I'm doing okay. See, my son's out doing the sidewalk, so I don't have to worry about that. And